So socialism disgusts you. That's a fair take. There was another commenter on this video that said that socialism is theft. So I have to ask the question, what is capitalism to you? Did you know that Americans make up about 15% of the national debt? That's about $5.5 trillion of the national debt in terms of the loans that we take out and just the debt that we're responsible for collectively. So the government is responsible for the other 32 plus trillion dollars that we've accumulated thus far. Where did that debt come from? And what did they spend it on? That $32 trillion has to be paid back by us, and we pay for it through rate hikes and inflation. Are you asleep to the fact that capitalism requires the exploitation of the masses through wages and our time? Do you understand that capitalism requires the concentration of wealth away from the masses, which is a direct result of lower wages and making us poor over time? Hence the widening of the wealth gap over at least the last 20 years. The American dream doesn't exist anymore. It's literally turned into the American nightmare. Nobody can buy houses. If you buy a house, the rate's way too high. It makes absolutely no sense to buy a house right now. Over time, the companies that we become loyal consumers to end up turning into monopolies that reposition power and have now bought our government, which in turn our government now works for these monopolies and not the people. And what do we call that class? An oligarchy. Capitalism tricks everyday Americans into participating in access consumerism. And in order to participate in access consumerism, you have to take out debt. We are born into societal ideologies that teach us that you're supposed to use debt in order to get the things that you need in life, which results in Americans taking out more debt than they can manage and buying things that they can't afford, spending more than what they make. Those born into wealthy families have unlimited opportunities to maintain the wealth that they're born into and also compound on it as well. While those who are not born into wealthy families, which is essentially 99% of us, have to fight in the marketplace in order to achieve wealth, which can take a certain number of years or longer to be able to accumulate an amount of wealth that'll change your tax bracket. Think of worker exploitation. When you think of worker exploitation, think of a company like Amazon. I could go on and on about capitalism. But if socialism is theft, then what is capitalism? I'd love to live in a free market where everybody got a fair shot. I don't know, should we call it social capitalism? Because fuck living in an oligarchy, which is exactly what you've been tricked into believing is the better option.